Okay, can we start, Mr.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Just for purpose of this deposition, can you tell me your full names?
Wally Wick.
Okay, and what occupation do you do?
I am a corporal at the BCSO.
Okay, thank you. So, do you know Miss Ashley Fox?
I know of her now after this incident.
Okay, so before that you haven't known of her?
No,
Okay, and then you refer to this incident. What incident are you referring to?
the one that you've got me deposed for.
Okay, so like specifically what incident is that?
Discharging of a firearm.
Okay, so do you know the date that this happened?
If I'm not mistaken, it was the 26th of January 2023.
Um, well, okay, would you feel that it's wrong to say that it was on the 27th of January?
Okay, then my memory is it's been a while, you know. I've been waiting for you guys to contact me, but it's no one's contacted me, so
Okay, and then how did you end up meeting Miss Ashley Fox?
during a robbery.
Okay, were you called out to the scene?
Yes.
And I
Well, not.
suppose.
I would say more responded to the scene than
Okay. What?
called out.
So tell me about that. What happened?
I
Like,
responded. I responded to the store. I see my memory's a bit gone. Yeah,
okay,
you know, it's a while ago. I can't remember if it was a store or a bank. I think it was a store robbery.
okay. And then you
I
met
res-
Miss Ashley at the store.
um, if she was the person that was in the front, I'm not sure because I don't believe that I was the officer in charge of that situation.
Okay. So was there at some point that you left the store or left the store with Miss Ashley, or what happened there?
Um, they proceeded in a vehicle chase.
Okay. Did they crash? How did the vehicle chase stop?
So that's all of my statement, but basically, we've I'd say midway through the chase, they had a slight vehicle accident, a minor vehicle accident.
Mm-hmm.
At which stage the PD officers that were in the chase and myself were able to box the car that they were driving.
Mm-hmm.
The box was successful in the thought in my mind that I got out of my car with my pistol drawn
Mm-hmm.
and ordering them to step out of their vehicle.
Okay.
Um,
So your
so
pistol
that,
was drawn the moment you got out of the vehicle.
well, I stepped out of the vehicle first and then drew my pistol. Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Why did you draw your pistol?
It's a vehicle chase. I don't know what guns are in the car. They just had a hostage with a gun. I don't
Okay.
know what their intentions are.
Yeah. And then?
So that is there to protect me.
Yes. No, I'm not
So
saying you're wrong. I'm just
no,
trying to
no.
understand what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so you get out of the car, you have your pistol in your hand, pointed
I
towards
was
them.
yeah. I'm in front of their vehicle,
Okay.
standing. I'd say slightly. If they had to drive straight, they would drive me over. If
Okay.
they were to turn and drive, they would miss me. Does it make sense?
Okay.
What's your
And
question again? Sorry.
okay, so the car chase, you have your pistol in your hand. You're standing in front of him. What happens next?
We ordered them to get out of the car.
Yeah.
They didn't,
Mhm.
and then instead of fearing for their life, with a gun drawn at them, they proceeded to, as I said earlier, turn the wheel, drive, almost hit me, and managed to break the box.
Managed to break there?
The the box, the
Okay.
box, the
Okay.
box, or the vehicle box. You know, we boxed them in.
Okay. Okay. And okay, so they break down. They break out of a
I've,
box. Do
I've,
they chase
I,
away?
I feel like I feel like I'm just reciting my statement.
Well, if
I
you
don't.
want, you can read your statement into the record.
But I said I would.
Okay, then
I said
that's fine.
I said I would email it to you.
No, but
But the
I need a deposition is where you say it verbally, so that.
okay. Fair enough. That's
Okay.
fine.
So if you want, you can read your
Okay.
statement.
No. Okay. Is it easier for me to just read my statement?
Well, if you feel it's easier, then it's fine.
It's easier because now I'm not, I'm not. It's not that I'm not understanding. It's like we're going at stop starts because then you need to ask what happened then, what happened when, what happened then. Okay.
Yes, but well,
Okay.
just you when after you've read your statement and there are blank spots, I'm anyways going to need to go to a blank.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna read my statement. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
After a robbery with suspects Ashley Fox and associates, a vehicle chase ensued. During said vehicle chase, PD was able to box in the suspect's car, in which time I exited my vehicle and stood in front of the suspect's car with my pistol out, ordering the suspects to exit their vehicle. The suspects did not exit their vehicle and managed to drive off, narrowly missing my persons. Later in the continued chase, the suspects ran into a dead end and exited their vehicle. I ran after one suspect. At the time, I was the first officer chasing, and one more officer behind me also chasing. Now this is on foot. After commanding the suspect to stop, they did not, and I deployed my taser on the suspect. Another officer went in to cuff the suspect. However, the suspect resisted and punched the officer in the face. With regard to the attempted vehicular assault previously in the chase on me, and with the officer with me being punched in the face and down on the floor, I used my pistol and fired once, aiming for the shoulder of the suspect in an attempt to immobilize the suspect. The bullet hit the suspect's shoulder. The suspect immediately shouted that she will sue me for shooting her. More officers arrived and the suspect was cuffed. The suspect continued on about how she was going to sue me, and I made a remark that my shot was a good shot, being that my shot was intended to immobilize the suspect as I feared for my safety and the safety of my fellow officer. The suspect and associates that were willing to attempt to drive me over, in brackets, not fearing their own lives when a police officer has a gun at them, close brackets, who were armed robbery suspects, I felt my actions were appropriate given the situation. I did not continue with processing of the suspect of that scene. End of statement.
Okay, so you are saying you let criminals walk free after catching them.
That is not what I said at all.
Did you process the criminals?
As I said in my statement, I did not continue with processing of the suspect of that scene.
Why was that?
Because other officers were on scene that continued the processing of the suspects.
Okay, so the suspects were processed, but just not by you.
That is correct. I felt that I had discharged my firearm and to, how do I say this, maybe de-escalate the situation of her shouting at me that I'm going to sue you, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to sue you. I thought that maybe it was best that I was not the person doing the processing on her.
Okay. So, Mr. Wick, in what instances are you allowed to use your firearm?
Well, we have a force continuum in the police department. As well, I do believe that when I fear for my life, that I should be allowed to use my firearm.
Okay, but
Sorry, let me. Is that the right words? If I fear for my life, I believe it is my right to defend myself.
Okay, so is that in accordance with the force continuum of a PD?
No, the part that I added to that is not in the force continuum, although I do feel that it is common. What's the word? I don't want to say common knowledge. That's not the right thing. But a person has the right to defend themselves, and the people surrounding them, being other officers, members of the public,
Okay.
etc., etc., etc.
Okay. So, At the time that you discharged your firearm, was Miss Ashley armed?
She did not have a gun in her hand. No.
Okay. At the time that you discharged your firearm, was Miss Ashley in the process of attacking you?
No, she had just attacked another officer.
Yes. Thank you. At the time that you discharged your firearm, was your life in imminent threat, which means you could have died had you not fired your firearm?
Given the previous event during that chase of the suspects attempting to run me over, not fearing their own life, I do believe that was a build-up, and the assaulting of the only other officer in the surrounding area made me. So just I'm going to carry on my line. Just please, can you just repeat your questions exactly so I answer it properly?
At the time that you discharged your firearm, was your life in imminent danger?
So yes, so I'll continue. At that time, it gave me got me to a decision that I felt that my life could be in danger. She has just assaulted a police officer, resisted arrest, and she, given the circumstances of a robbery, she most probably is armed, and that firearm is most probably on their persons.
Okay. Did you at any point see a firearm in the hand of Miss Ashley? From when you met her, or from when you first laid eyes on her?
I can't recall during the interaction at the store if I did see a firearm in Miss Ashley's hand or not.
But you would agree that if you had seen a firearm, it would have been something that you'd remember.
No.
So you wouldn't remember if someone pointed the firearm at you?
I'm saying I don't recall, meaning this was quite a while ago, being not the officer in charge, which means other officers generally stand more further back from the scene, not further back. They're not the negotiators. They're not the one interacting with the suspects, if I can say it that way.
Ooh.
So I do not recall if I'm from where I was standing, if I saw Miss Fox with a firearm in her hand. I can say that once the chase ensued, I did not see a firearm in their hand. That includes during the eventual foot pursuit.
Okay. So so let's leave the store part of it. Let me ask you a question on that. Who attended the scene with you at the store?
You're going to confuse me now, not confuse me. I'm going to give names that they're probably wrong, and they're probably people that have left because I can't remember who else was there.
Okay. But you are confirming that from when the chase started from the store up until where you discharged your firearm, you never saw a firearm in the hand of Miss Ashley?
Exactly what you said. That's correct.
Okay. And you said you felt your life personally was in danger when they almost drove over you.
Yes.
Was Miss Ashley the driver of the vehicle?
They had concealed their face, so I could not confirm or deny that.
Were they wearing the same kind of clothing as well?
During a vehicle chase, and even looking, when you get out of your car looking through the window, it's quite hard to identify who is wearing what and which person was the driver, especially when that sudden vehicle chase ends in a foot pursuit. Okay, the suspect running with their back towards you.
Okay, so then you would also have, let me rather ask you, did you not see which person was wearing what clothing at the store? Not identifying them, but being able to see, okay, this person was wearing maybe white clothing and this person was maybe wearing purple clothing.
I would put it in the same realm as me not being able to recall if I saw Miss Fox with a gun, being that I was not the officer in charge nor the negotiator at that scene. So being stood a little bit further back, not looking directly into the store, so more perpendicular to the doorway of the store. So I can't recall if I would would have been able to identify which suspect was wearing which clothes, accompanied by which voice.
Okay. So my last question, well, my last line of questioning. You
Yeah.
said that, okay, let's say when the vehicle almost hit you, that's when you felt your life was in danger, correct? Regardless who drove it.
So what I'm saying is that it was a build-up from a robbery where they took a person hostage with a gun, evaded the police, driving recklessly, risking everyone's life the way that they were driving, and then not fearing their own life when a gun is pointed at their face, to then trying to evade that situation when a gun is pointed at their face and officers are surrounding them saying step out of their vehicle, to then almost running me over, attempting to run me over, or if it was just what's the word, them not let's say specifically trying to run me over directly, but them trying to evade the box or the
Yes.
and the subsequent actions of that were my life almost being taken because I got run over.
Yes,
Followed
let's
by,
just stop there.
Yeah.
That's what I want to ask. The first time that you felt real danger, that your life was in danger, was when the car almost drove over you.
Yeah, but as I said, it was a build-up from, it's
Okay.
As a police officer, when you get into these situations, your senses get heightened.
Yes, I agree.
The blood starts going.
But what I'm asking, that is a situation you get into every day when you attend to a robbery scene. So my question is, when you specifically felt that at this specific instance your life specifically is in danger, was when the car almost drove over you?
No.
When was another specific incident?
So like I said, it was a build-up, and then the first incident being them, the first main, let's say, point of this being the attempted run over. I'm going to put it as that.
That is what I'm asking. The first time that you felt that specifically your life is in danger was when the car almost drove over you. The first time, not the only time. The first time.
I was quite frightened and adrenaline pumping. Luckily, I was able to move out of the way. So I guess afterwards, yes, after that car had driven by and I narrowly missed it after the adrenaline was pumping.
Okay, but let's not move past that.
Yeah.
I don't want to move past that now. What I first want to get to is the first time that you felt. I'm not saying the only time, and I'm not saying that you do not continue to fear for your life after that.
Yes. Okay,
but the first time that you specifically felt that your life is in danger was when the car almost drove over you. Is that correct?
The first time that I felt so I like saying it out myself, then I can listen and understand it, if that's okay.
Okay.
So I'm not answering your question, I'm just repeating your question to myself. The first time that I felt that my life was in danger was when they attempted to drive me over. Okay. Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, and what was the weapon that they used the first time that you felt your life was in danger?
A vehicle.
Okay. So, after that, let's leave the scene of a vehicle. We do understand that's the first time that you felt your life was in danger. We went past it now. From there, up until the point...
Can I add something quickly?
Yes.
To add to that, because I can see where you're trying to go with this, you do understand that as a police officer, we do fear our lives. Our lives are in danger from every store robbery we go to or any scene where a person has a gun, a person has a hostage with a gun.
I understand.
And so just to throw in that obviously the relay of information that comes to us from store robberies, like I said, I can't recall exactly if I saw Miss Fox with a gun in her hand at the store robbery, but that with a store robbery, there's generally a gun or guns involved, so that definitely puts a little bit of fear of your life also. Are they going to exit the store and start shooting at you? You know what I'm saying? Do they have outside shooters that are going to shoot you? So it's not just a vehicular thing that now that got me.
No, that's why I asked you. I just want to. What you are explaining now is general fear. So it's because of your line of work. You have a general fear when you attend to robberies because usually there might be people with firearms, and usually it might turn violent.
But usually it could turn into a vehicle chase, and usually
Yes.
they could try to ram me off the road. So that's also general perks, things
Yes,
of the job.
yes, officer. But what I want to get to is the fact that my client, I'm
Do you mind
trying
if
to.
do you mind if I eat?
Yes, no, you can eat.
Thank
What
you.
I'm just trying to get to is where specifically my client caused you to fear for your life. So, not your general
So
fears because of your line of work, because
so
that's a general
yes,
thing.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. So I
Just
I
walk
do not.
around a bit, maybe.
Thanks. Yeah. I do not know. Like I said, if Miss Fox was the one driving the vehicle.
Yes, that wasn't a
Yeah.
question,
Yeah.
officer.
I'm just saying. Just
Okay.
saying.
Okay, so let's go past that. So, we agree that that was the first point, that a specific incident in this specific scene was when the car drove over you. We also agree that the weapon that was used in the initial incident was the vehicle. So now we move to where you discharge your
Besi-
firearm.
as well as all the generals and including the vehicle as a general thing, because that is a general thing in police chases.
Yes. Let's just go now to where you discharge your firearm. You made reference to the earlier incident where you almost driven over. Miss Ashley doesn't have a firearm in her hand. You agreed to that as well.
Yes.
She's not in a vehicle, so she can't drive you over. So, can you explain to me what other means she would have had to possibly end your life?
So, as I said, she may have had a concealed weapon coming from a robbery. So, as I've seen you trying to paint that the vehicle, and now she doesn't have a vehicle, is the only means that she can hurt me, and that is incorrect.
Okay, so
Whether she had a gun a firearm in her hand at the store robbery or not, she is involved in a greater group of people that did have firearms, that knowingly took a hostage to a store robbery. So, as I have said, she did not have a firearm in her hand, but the whole storyline builds up to the point where I shot her in the shoulder,
okay.
discharged my
The
firearm.
the uniform that you're wearing today, Corporal, is it a uniform that you usually wear?
No, I was promoted to 2 days ago.
Okay, but is it the uniform that you wore before? Is it a similar uniform to the one that you're wearing now?
Yes, it is similar.
The equipment that you had before, is it similar to the equipment that you have now?
Besides a few additions, no. Yes. Sorry, yes.
Okay.
Besides a few additions, yes.
So
It's the
okay.
same.
So would you could you list for me the equipment that you had before? That let me ask you this, but because you told me that you have a you struggle remembering, or if you can remember, that would be good as well. Could you list the
Yeah.
equipment that you had when you
Yeah.
attended to Miss Ashley at your disposal?
I had my pistol, my taser. Let me just I did not have a baton on me at the time, as it was in the trunk of my car. I think it was a flashlight, my radio, some drinks and food, ammo, yeah, cash.
Okay, so you mentioned force continuum before.
Yes.
Would a taser be used before or after a pistol is used?
Before.
Did you attempt to use your taser?
It was used once before.
And can you only use it once?
No, but it was used.
Okay, my question is, when you realized that your life was in danger and you felt that your life is in danger by an unarmed person, why did you not use first your taser?
Because the taser had been deployed before, and
Are you not allowed to deploy it again?
You can, but is there something saying that you must deploy it again and you cannot go to a further stage?
Was there any indication that the taser did not work?
No, because when I tased her, she fell to the ground. The other officer started cuffing her, and she resisted.
And then
in my eyes, that taser had failed its duty in stopping the suspect. The suspect has then assaulted a police officer in front of me. May
Okay.
very well draw a weapon.
Okay. Did you discuss this incident with anyone after it happened?
I don't recall.
Did you make a report to OIC after the incident?
I spoke. Did I speak to anybody? I did not speak to the incident. I asked if I need to resign.
Why did you feel you need to resign?
Because at the stage when I
Did you feel guilty, Mr. Wick?
No, not guilty.
Did you feel that you failed in your duties?
Can I answer the question?
Yes.
So I wanted to resign because no one was communicating with me.
Did you feel that anyone needed to communicate with you?
Yes. So
Why?
because I would have thought that after a officer involved shooting of such nature, of such maybe in your eyes questionable nature, because I can understand both sides of the spectrum, yeah. That, either I would have been suspended pending a hearing or a investigation.
Did any of that ever occur from the date of the incident until now?
No.
Okay. Mr. Wick, do you regret shooting Miss Ashley?
Can I take a moment?
Yes.
Okay. Hello.
Yes.
I do not regret shooting her in the shoulder to immobilize her.
So, do you feel until today that your actions were correct?
Given the circumstances of a robbery, a attempted vehicular assault, an
Mr.
assault.
Wick,
I'm answering the question.
yes,
I'm answering
I
the question.
apologize. I will need to have you. This is a yes or no. Do you feel that you acted correctly in the incident? We already went through the incident, so I just don't want you to repeat everything.
But am I not allowed to answer how I want to answer? Or
Well, this is clarity seeking question, so this is only for you to say yes, you agree, or there are things that I wish I did different, or no, I disagree. Then if you say no, I don't agree, then I can ask you, okay, what do you think you could have done different? If you say yes, you agree with everything, obviously that's your answer. So
I don't think there was rules set down before the deposition on how I need to answer my questions.
okay, if you want, you can answer it in the way that you want to answer it, but we are gonna need you in the end to say either yes or no.
Yeah, that's
Because it
fine.
is
But I
a
was getting
yes or
there.
no
But
question.
I was getting there.
Okay, let me re-ask the question so
Jeez, yeah.
so that I don't miss this question. Do you feel that you acted correctly up until today, from the incident to today? Do you feel you acted correctly?
Given the situation from a group of people that took a person hostage with a gun, used them as collateral to ensue a vehicle chase, attempted a vehicular assault on me, assaulted a police officer in front of another officer. I do feel my actions. Sorry, what's right words?
Do you feel that you acted correctly?
Yes, I do. So at the end of that, I do feel like I acted correctly. Yeah.
Okay. Just give me a second.
No problem.
You said that you did deploy your taser before.
Yes, during the beginning phases of the foot chase, after the verbal commands were ignored.
Mr. Wick, was it you that deployed your taser, or was it Officer Dirk?
I deployed my taser.
Did it strike Miss Ashley Fox.
Yes.
And was it at that point that the struggle started of arresting her?
Yes.
Okay. So, just for clarity, you couldn't see who was in the shop at the time that you first arrived to attend to the shop robbery.
That is correct.
You couldn't see who got into the vehicle.
No, that's incorrect.
Okay, who got into the vehicle?
My memory is not the greatest because it was so long ago. But if I recall correctly, 3 people from the store got into the. I think it was a purple Subaru.
Did the Subaru have dark windows, see-through windows?
I don't recall.
And when...
Go ahead.
Oh, you're saying to me, go ahead? Or?
Okay. Okay, just hold on. We've got a lot of shots fired. Can you hold on 2 seconds? I'll be back now.
Yeah, can't even... Someone...
There's me and one more person.
Oof. Okay, let's pause it here. Pause at 1940.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can you give me a call or something, or can you wait here?
Yeah, I'll wait here.
Okay, I'll be back now. 2 seconds.